Alright, what's up YouTube? Okay, check it out. Look, I need 1 minute, just 1 minute of your time. A quick little, just a question, and then I'll get into to the video today. I guess, look, I got good pictures. I have really good info for you, good breakdown, just better than anything I've heard in the past 2 or 3 days. But here it is. So look, I put a lot of work in the channel. You guys know I do. I'm up all night, all day, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, putting together videos, researching, reaching out to people, doing my homework to bring you guys the best videos possible, okay? Now, here's my question I have for you. And please, leave a comment below. What the hell am I doing wrong? Okay, listen, I went to another channel, multiple channels, and I know I talk about this a lot, but there's a good reason for it. And you guys say, well, don't worry about other channels, do your own thing, and, worry about your own brand. I mean, that's how one guy in the comment section put it. He told me worry about what you do, not what they do. But here's the thing. You have to look at the market. You have to look at your competition. You have to look at everything to make sure that you, in your channel, your brand is going in the right direction, okay? So I go and I watch a prediction video today and another one last night. And it went, a little something like this, okay? It was like, all right, this motherfucker right here is going to knock out that motherfucker right there. And, I know everything. Y'all don't know shit. Give me some money. Donate money to me. And this motherfucker right here, he's a piece of shit. He's a clown. This motherfucker, and everything is motherfucker this and motherfucker that. Give me your money. Click, 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 click. Give me your click. And the crazy thing is, you look at the video, had like 12,000 views, like fucking 12,000 views. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what am I doing wrong here? So that is my question to you guys. Like, because right now I'm in the algorithm, I'm in the YouTube, I'm a partner, I'm a member. Everything is legit. Everything is, is how it should be, as far as, so what the hell are we doing wrong here? Look, the channel is growing. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm being impatient, but, am I going the wrong direction in this channel? Because, look, as a YouTube fan, I want to go to a channel and, hear a good prediction, hear a good breakdown. I don't want to listen to myself talk all the time. I want to go hear somebody else talk, But really, there's maybe one channel out there that is similar to mine in content and mannerism and direction and all that. So, just tell me what it is I'm doing wrong. But anyway, we are moving forward. So, that's a real question. I really want to hear your answer. Is that like what boxing wants now? Just a bunch of idiots, like, give me your money and fuck everything. Like, that's like all they are. It's all these channels talk about. But okay, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. right here. And look, guys, I'm in a good mood today. Real good mood today. It's Friday. It's beautiful here. I'm in a good mood, and the video might be kind of long, but I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Okay. Everybody is like freaking out about these pictures, okay? Here you got Chavez pulling up his pants, because the weight is clearly falling off. You've got the sunken in look there, But, look, this is what was to be expected, okay? This is exactly what we expected. You look at the legs here, and yeah, I'll admit, it's extreme, but we knew that this is what Chavez was going to look like, okay? We knew he was going to look like a little skeleton, but, he's got the sunken in eyes. He doesn't even look like him anymore, hardly. But trust me, on fight night, he will look good, look healthy. So, they put out a statement, Chavez and his team, okay? Now, remember about a month ago, I reported that he needed to lose 13.5 pounds, meaning he was 178 pounds, okay? Now his camp is put out a statement about 24 hours ago, about a day ago, that he is 169.5, all right? Now, according to my source, and, I've actually revealed my source one time on the channel, and it's buried in the video library, so I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but I met a couple of guys through Golden Boy Promotion, and now me and one guy that's actually like really high up. He's pretty much with Oscar De La Hoya like literally every day, you know, when they're doing these tours. So he's a good friend of mine. So I get a lot of my info from him, okay? And I'm not going to tell you who that is. Like I said, I mentioned it one time and no one caught it, you know. And this is about a month ago. But anyway, talking to my friend, he told me he's about 168, and they're telling the media, you know, that he's like, you know, 169, 170. So he's actually, you know, about 2, possibly 3 pounds under what they're revealing to the media. Because look, that's what these guys do. I mean, they're not dumb. They play the media knowing that the other side is going to be watching and going to be listening and going to be reading, you know. So right now, from what I understand, Chavez is already about 167, you know, 68, somewhere in there. Okay, this is according to my contact at Golden Boy Promotion. Okay, but let's just go with the number that they're giving to the public, right? The 169.5. Okay, that means he's got to lose 5 pounds in 7 days. Okay, you know, so starting today is day 1. He's got, you know, according to the number they put out, he only needs to lose 5 more pounds. So, you know, I think he can and will. And like I said, he actually only needs to lose like 3 or 4 pounds because the number that they put out is not real. Okay. And that's to make, you know, the 164.5, you know, for the weigh-in on Friday, because the fight is on Saturday. All right. So, yeah, I think he's going to make weight. I mean, unless, you know, unless there's just some major problem, I don't know, like some kind of health issue or, you know, or miscalculation, you know, I don't know. But look, I think they're tapering him down properly. I really do. And, you know, you got to give that team a lot of credit because, I mean, man, look at them little skinny legs right there. You got to give his team a lot of credit because, I mean, they've really done their job, you know, properly, the right way. But you know, so I think he's going to make weight. And, you know, it's just, what a shame. You know, shame on Canelo. The more I think about this whole situation, you know, the more I just, you know, the more respect I lose for Canelo. You know, now, and then, you know, on the flip side, you know, people say, well, you got to think about this, okay? You got to think about this. Canelo's got to gain 10.5 pounds. So yeah, it's like, yeah, but, you know, I don't know. You're taking, but look, for Canelo to gain 10 pounds, he's still in his comfort zone. And I keep hearing other channels talk about that, and it's like, well, yeah, but when, you know, on fight night, he's always 10 plus pounds heavier anyway. So, you know, all it means is he didn't have to drain down and then go back up. He just stayed right there where he's at and probably put on even more weight, and he's just, you know, living like a king over there, right? I mean, he's in training camp, not worried about cutting weight, not worried about weighing in. You know, he's got it made, right? As long as he doesn't, you know, he's got to make that 164.5, but of course he's going to make it. I mean, it's, you know, it's damn near super middleweight. Excuse me. So, of course, he's going to make it, right? So, you know, I don't understand that argument where people say, oh, well, you know, Canelo's got to put on 10 pounds or 10.5 pounds. You know, and I'm referring to, you know, the light middleweight, you know, so going from or the Canelo weight, right? The 155 on up to, you know, roughly 165. He's got to put on about 10 pounds. So, poor Canelo, right? But Chavez, okay, let's get into something different here. Chavez, you know, 52-1, and I talked about his 2 losses. It was a lack of discipline. You know, he didn't take it serious. I think if he would have, you know, taken those fights serious, I think he could have won. So I think he could possibly be, you know, undefeated. 59% KO knockout ratio, 6'1". Now here's the thing: I'm 6'1", okay, and I've stood next to Chavez, and he has a 73-inch reach. I have a 73-inch reach. So according to BoxRec, Chavez is 6'1" with a 73-inch reach. So we are like identical in size, except for, you know, I'm like 200, like right now I weigh 248 pounds. So I'm like 250 pounds. So, you know, I'm a lot bigger, but, you know, for height and our reach, we're the same size. Now, when I stand next to Canelo, which I have many times, he's like this little dude next to me. Like I tower over him. You know, when I stand next to Canelo, he's wide. I can tell you that he's how can I explain it? He's got broad shoulders, you know, big wrists. You know, he's a well-built dude. Okay, I mean he's built, you know, built like a boxer really, but you know. That got me thinking. I'm like, well, damn. I mean, me and Chavez, we're the same size, and we are because when I interviewed Chavez, you know, we were looking directly in each other's eyes, and I'm 6'1", and he's 6'1". So, you know, my point is Chavez has the size advantage over him, and once he rehydrates up to whatever, you know, I'm thinking a light heavyweight. You know, I just kind of imagine myself, you know, so it gives me a really good scale of the size difference, and I think Chavez was going to be a lot bigger fight night. I really do. You know, I think Canelo's going to be thicker, but Chavez is, you know, he's going to be clearly the bigger boxer. You know, I don't know if it'll look like a Margarito Pacquiao, but maybe close, you know, maybe something like that, maybe close, you know. I mean, I think, you know, maybe, I mean, yeah, I'd compare it to that, or maybe like an Algieri, there you go, maybe like a Chris Algieri Pacquiao, you know, if you kind of, you know, think about that fight, how they looked, you know, side by side or in the ring together. I think that's what it'll look like fight night, but, and then, you know, I keep hearing everyone talk about, you know, Chavez's weight. And here we go, Canelo right here, the weight bully, okay? You know, I love that term people are using. But, you know, you go back to the Dominic Bridge fight, okay? He weighed in, I believe, I want to say it was at 168 or 69. I can't remember. It was a catch weight. And I think it was like 169, somewhere in there. But, you know, not too far off from, you know, the current catch weight. Okay, then you go to the Reyes fight, and this is where Chavez came in overweight. Remember, he was only like 0.2 over. Now, the media reported 0.4, but if you go watch the actual weigh-in, they called it 170.2. So the guy was like literally 2 ketchup packs. I mean, think, you know, the little McDonald's ketchup packs. Think about those. So he was 2 of those overweight. I mean, so come on, you know, that's like a you know, a pair of boxers. I mean, again, a miscalculation. So I don't really put too much into that Marcos Reyes. So when you really think about it, you know, that he was like a box of matches overweight, or 2 ketchup packets, because they're McDonald's ketchup packets are like 1 ounce, right? So yeah, you think about it like that. Fonfara, 172.5. Now, you know, yeah, of course he was a lot heavier in that fight. But you look at the last 3, okay, the Dominic Bridge, the Marcos Reyes, and the Fonfara, you know, you're talking anywhere from 168 to 172, okay? So I don't know. I mean, yeah, go back and watch, you know, look at any of those weigh-ins, and he looked like that little skeleton Chavez. So, you know, what my point I'm trying to make is to cut another 3.5, 4 pounds. You know, I think he can do it, and it's not gonna, you know, it's not going to be too devastating. But then you look at these pictures right here. My God, look, that's his leg. Okay, that's Chavez's leg right there. Let me, yeah. I just I took a screenshot, and then I kind of zoomed in on his legs, because, I mean, now if you look at the guy on the right, okay, in the black shorts, I think that's what his legs will look like on fight night, you know, because you'll see just a dramatic dip. Like, remember this picture right here, and then look at his legs on fight night. I mean, they're going to rehydrate the shit out of him, all right? Okay, and then you look at this picture here. Now, this is back when he needed to lose the 13.5 pounds. Remember, this is about a month ago. So, basically, you know, he went from looking like this, okay, which he was 178 pounds at that point. Now he lost another what, 9 pounds. So they're saying he's 169 pounds, but I know he's lower than that. He's actually lost 10 pounds. So you look at this picture right here, and then the current pictures is 10 pounds less. Okay. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, like right here. That's 10 pounds less, okay? So, but from this point, he only needs another 5 pounds, okay? But I think it's more like 3 or 4. And, you know, you know, here's the thing. Like this right here, I can't even look at this picture anymore. You know, I can't even look at Canelo anymore. You know, again, people are like, oh, why are you so hard on him? It's just like, man, you go back. I mean, you can go back to, Gomez, Cintron, Mosley, Lopez, Trout, and all of those. It's like the guy has never been in there with in a fair fight, like with an equal-sized opponent. He's always been the bigger guy, or like this picture right here, the weight bully. I mean, look at Angulo. Okay, this is when the Canelo catchweight, the 155-pound catchweight came into play, right after the Mayweather fight. When he realized, hey, I can bring these guys down, to my little catch weight, and then I'm going to come in a light heavyweight, and they're going to nearly kill themselves to get, hit that catch weight, and then they're just going to put on a bunch of water weight, and I'm going to knock them out. And this is what he does, so I just don't understand, how people cannot see that, right? Again, look at the Angulo fight, the Lara, Erislandy Lara, okay? Kirkland, Cotto, Khan. Now Liam Smith, he did go down to the 154, and that was the only fight that since Mayweather there was not a catchweight. I mean, there's not a catchweight. It's crazy. And now here we are with Chavez, and there's a catchweight. So, he's clearly a weight bully, just a bully in general, and that's why I don't like them, because I don't like bullies. Look, when I was back in high school and even junior high, I used to beat up the bullies. I did. I was like the kid that stood up for the nerdy kids, and I'd beat up the bullies. Shit, I got expelled my 7th grade. I had to repeat it, or I had to go to some alternative school because I beat the shit out of this. I'm not going to tell you his name, but he was a school bully. Beat the shit out of him. It was bad. It was really bad. But And that's why I don't like Canelo, because he's a bully. Now, Chavez, let me end it here. He is in beast mode. I mean, this dude, every training video that I see, I mean, I don't say I've never seen any boxer train like that, because I have, but I mean, he's just got, one thing that he has that I don't see a lot of is he's got that fire and that drive, right? And people keep telling me or asking me in the comment section, they're like, well, why are you giving him respect? Why, he's this, it's like, well, you know what? I think for this one time, right? For this one particular fight, I will, and then, after the fight, we can get back to the same old. But right now, I understand what he's doing, and I do. I have a ton of respect for it, so that's just how it is. But, I don't know. Like I said, he's training, really, really hard, and, he accepted the challenge, and, and not only that, he's made good on it. I mean, look what the guy has done, losing all that weight, getting in the best shape of his life, not going out, not partying, living in a boxing gym, paying attention to Nacho, his coach, which I like that too. I watched an interview, and I'll cut it off after this, after I tell you this one little thing. I watched an interview, and he was saying that he likes when Nacho like criticizes him. He's like, I like that, because no other coach has really done that for me. They let me get away with whatever, because I'm Chavez or whatever. But Nacho, he's like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're in my house, man. You're in my gym. You do things my way or you leave. And if you leave, it's going to be it's going to be disgraceful. You're going to disgrace your family name if you leave my gym, because you can't hack, the real thing. So I like that. I like that pressure that they're putting on him. So, but look, I mean, the guy's only got 5 days to go, before he can rehydrate. And according to Chavez, he feels good. Okay, that's another thing to keep in mind. So, don't feel too bad for the guy, because, he says he feels better now than he's ever felt. And I don't know if I believe that or not when you're like looking at a skeleton, but I don't know. I guess I don't understand why everyone is shocked. I mean, we knew, he was going to look like this. I mean, you go back and look at all the other guys. Like, I remember Brandon Rios talking to Max Kellerman and Jim Lampley, and man, he looked like he was going to die. I think he was going back down to light welterweight, and he looked like he was going to die. I mean, I didn't even recognize the dude. So I don't think Chavez will look that bad. I think You know, like I said, I've seen other fighters that looked a lot worse. I mean, you can just Google, you know, weight drained boxers, and it pulls up like hundreds of them. So I don't know. I don't understand why everybody's like freaking out. But anyway, leave your comment below. And the question that I asked in the beginning of the video, I'd really like to hear your answer. So, and I appreciate all you guys. I really do. And, you know, I'm really looking forward to the fight. And tomorrow, let's see, yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we got the Anthony Joshua Klitschko fight. I think it's tomorrow, but either tonight or tomorrow. I need to look, damn. But anyway, I still got Klitschko by decision. So leave it below, guys.